Joan Crawford's bitter row with Bette Davis lasted for decades, with both of the iconic actresses taking public swipes at each other. It all began when Davis felt upstaged by Crawford, who had announced her divorce on an important day for her rival. Davis had landed a starring role in the comedy Ex-Lady, and it would be the first time her name was featured above the title. This was supposed to be the biggest headline of the day, until Crawford announced she was divorcing her first husband, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., and Davis's news got bumped from the front page. Davis was said to be furious when her film was only mentioned in a tiny paragraph in the review section of the New York Times, and Ex-Lady produced such poor ticket sales it was eventually canned from theaters. 52 years later, Davis admitted, "I have never forgiven her for that, and never will." The two women were not only competitive in their careers, they were also love rivals. Davis fell in love with her dangerous co-star Frank Tone when they worked together in 1935, but he announced during filming that he was engaged to Crawford. "She took him from me," Davis insisted. "She did it coldly, deliberately and with complete ruthlessness." For her part, Crawford claimed Tone thought Davis was a good actress but he never thought of her as a woman. At the 1936 Oscars, Crawford refused to congratulate Davis on winning her Best Actress award, even when Tone admonished her for being rude. Instead, she simply sarcastically remarked on Davis's lovely frock, a plain navy dress she had worn as a deliberate protest that evening, leaving Bette furious. But Crawford would later try to make amends, sending gifts and flowers to Davis's dressing room when she moved from Warner Brothers to MGM, but they were all returned back to her. In 1952, Davis played a washed-up actress clinging to fame in The Star, a film supposedly based on Crawford, which would only have intensified their hatred for each other. The two actresses would eventually star in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Together, but Davis said she would only take on her role of Jane if she was assured by director Robert Aldrich that he was not sleeping with Crawford. "It wasn't that I cared about his private life, or hers either," she explained. "I didn't want him favoring her with more close-ups." But this film brought their rift to a head, as during a fight scene, Crawford reportedly requested a body double, because she thought Davis would try to hurt her for real. It was claimed that during one shot where a body double couldn't be used, Davis did indeed hit Crawford so hard in the head she needed stitches, though Bette insisted she barely touched her. Crawford got her revenge in another scene, when Davis was supposed to be dragging her around a room. She deliberately made herself heavier, reportedly adding weights to her costume, knowing that Davis had back problems. Crawford then reportedly ruined several takes on purpose so they would have to keep filming it. Davis, who died aged 81 in 1989, complained Crawford had absolutely no sense of humor and that the only reason she poked fun at her was to get a little extra attention. Meanwhile, Crawford, who died in 1977, later said of Davis, "She can be such a BH, but she's so talented and dedicated and honest."